Back now with the big board, our team of insiders standing by live to weigh in on today's top stories. Rebecca Jarvis right here at the table to kick it off. And we want to talk about one of these big campaign promises, Donald Trump's tax plan. Promising a sweeping tax cut for millions, but can you break down what exactly that means?
So, George, for most people, under what Donald Trump, President-elect Donald Trump has talked about, most people would see some type of tax cut. Now, the more money you make, the bigger tax cut you will get under the plans that he has outlined. There are certain people who, in fact, might even see their taxes go up. The Tax Policy Center crunched the numbers on this. And if you're a parent, a single parent, for example, making $75,000 a year, 2 kids without child care, you could actually see your taxes go up $2,400 because of the child care tax credit and how things will shake out there.
So what does this mean, bottom line, for most of our viewers' bank accounts?
If you go through it by income, and they do it by quintiles at the Tax Policy Center. So, for example, if you're making $25,000 a year, you'll see about a $110 savings. $50,000 a year, you'll see a $400 savings. $83,000 a year, you'll see about $1,000 in savings, and $143,000 a year, you'll see about $2,000 in savings on that tax bill. Of course, this is all based on the math of what we know at this point. Obviously, things shake out in the details when they actually get down to making policy.
All right, Rebecca, a lot to be seen on that one. Thank you. And now to Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg. He is firing back against accusations that fake stories on the site influenced the election. He insists they did not, but is vowing to take action against them. And Becky Worley joins us. So, Becky, tell us what types of stories we're talking about that we're seeing in the days leading up to the election.
Really inflammatory stories, ones that are outright lies or super misleading headlines. Amy, take this one that said FBI agents suspected in Hillary email leaks found dead. That's a fake story. Then there's this one that said Donald Trump had lost the support of the police unions when he had merely been chided by one of the union executives. A study by BuzzFeed showed top left-wing sites published false or misleading stories about 19% of the time, but top right-wing conservative sites published almost twice as many hoax stories at 38%. You know, given the changing way we're getting our news, is all about social feeds. Critics saying those viral hoaxes could have really influenced the election.
And Becky, it does seem to have, from the reports I've read, created some real soul searching at Facebook.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg is taking it seriously. He posted on his feed saying Facebook, they don't want hoaxes. They want meaningful info for people. But he says it's not a rampant issue, claiming 99% of what people see is authentic. And he said he wants more options for pushing accurate information to the top of our Facebook feed and possibly pushing inaccurate stories way down so they're seen less. But then there's a big concern about those judgment calls. In his words, should Facebook itself become the arbiters of truth? Do they want to be fact checkers? So here's the question. Is Facebook just a digital platform? We can say, we can post anything we want. Or is Facebook bound by the rules of journalism and editorial responsibility? That's a big issue that may influence this company's future.
And they haven't settled it yet, have they?
No, this is an ongoing issue that they say they're going to research, George.
Okay, Becky, thanks very much. We're going to move on now to the latest cold case getting a new look. So many Americans fascinated by true crime stories, of course, like O.J., JonBenet Ramsey. And Sunny Hostin now here with new interest in the 1978 murder of Hogan's Hero star Bob Crane. And Sunny, I guess they've taken a new look at some critical DNA evidence. It's going to be revealed tonight.
That's right. This cold case, George, is about to get very warm. And armchair detectives around the country are going to remember this. This huge television star, Bob Crane, gets bludgeoned to death with a camera tripod, allegedly by his good friend, John Carpenter, in 1978. Well, blood was found in John Carpenter's car, but DNA evidence cleared him of that death, of that murder, and he gets found not guilty. Well, fast forward to 2016, that DNA evidence gets retested, and we may find out tonight who really killed Bob Crane.
All right, Sunny, and so then depending on what happens tonight, what we see tonight, do you think there could be a new trial in this case?
Well, there certainly could be, Amy. Bottom line is, you know that John Carpenter died in 1998, and so if the DNA evidence points to John Carpenter, no new trial, but the family at least gets some closure. If this DNA evidence points to someone new, my goodness, we may have a renewed investigation, new vigor, we may have a new trial. There is no statute of limitations on murder.
That was going to be my question. Sunny Hostin, thanks very much. Thank you all very much.